Hi, my name is Joe. I'm the owner of Top Click Joe, and today I'm going to give a testimony about content at scale. I've been using it now for 5 or 6 months. I have increased my monthly reoccurring income by $31,000 using content at scale. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you how we just created a blog for a new client. And it's within 2 days, it's ranking on the first page of Google. And today, that was the 17th of November, 2023 when we created it. Today's the 19th of November. Let's get right to it. This video is about 27 minutes long, and I hope to teach you quite a bit on this video. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Top Click Joe. My name is Joe. Today, I'm going to be giving a testimony for content at scale. And I just want to give you a quick background, how I got involved with content at scale. You can see that we really didn't even start writing until like the end of May into like now, right? Like we've got all these. I'm going to tell you the story. Last Black Friday, 2022, and today is the 19th of November, 2023. So almost a year ago, I saw an ad. I really didn't even know anything about AI, and I saw an ad for Jasper AI, and I bought it. It was a Black Friday deal. You know, I forget what it was, $1,000 for 1,000,000 words, and I wanted to test this thing out, right? And so I started testing it out, and I liked it. I thought it did a great job. I would put my prompts in, and then Control J, and it starts writing. And you keep hitting Control J. Now I haven't been in the software, even though I have it until this Black Friday. I haven't been in there since like May, so I haven't been in there in a long time because I started using content at scale when I found out how well that worked. But anyway. So I got involved with this, right? So before this, I owned a restoration company, water damage, fire damage, mold damage. We had a roofing division. We had a flooring division, so we did everything. Water, fire, mold. We did carpet cleaning, tile cleaning, upholstery, all of the things that a restoration company does. I owned that company with my wife for 27 years. When we sold it, we had 47 employees and we did over 10 million the last year. So we had a really, really good business. So I really understood marketing because I did all my own marketing. And so when you spend your own money, you get really good at marketing. But what I've learned, and what you probably know if you're an agency or something or anything like that, you know that it doesn't matter what I did in 2001, 2002, so on and so on. Google seems to change monthly. It's completely different from what it was before. SEO, we used to be able to have a white background with a bunch of with a keyword like 1,000 times and get a bunch of backlinks out of India, and we would rank right away. Those days are long gone. All right, like everything's white hat. You got to be white hat these days. So anyway, I was doing when we sold our business, I just wanted to help other starving carpet cleaners. I wasn't starving, but starving carpet cleaners get leads. Right, I was an underdog, and I want to help the underdog. When I was in school, I flunked kindergarten. I couldn't make it past the 9th grade because I had ADHD, bipolar, and dyslexic. In the 70s, when I was going to school, they didn't know how to teach kids like me, right? Like the 60s and 70s. I'm 66 right now. I'll be 67 in April, but I can outwork a 20-year-old. I have plenty of energy. I sleep 4 hours a night, and I love business. Well, I was happy helping starving carpet cleaners out at a very low rate of $197 to $297 a month, depending on how big to manage, depending on how big their area was. And I still have all those clients from way back 8 years ago, because who's going to leave at that price? And plus, the return on investment is unbelievable. Anyway, I was happy doing that. I just wanted something to do. I wasn't thinking about growing a big business like I already did, and I've done a business before the restoration company, so I've always been good at growing businesses because I think my biggest talent is finding people much, much smarter than me to do the work and understanding it enough that I know if I'm getting screwed over, right? So up until about 5-6 months ago, I had 2 employees. I had my Google Ads person. I was helping with Google Ads and Bing and Facebook, things like that. We were just doing ads, PPC, that's it. Along comes AI, and I get very intrigued with it. See, I think the problem with a lot of people that are hesitant, and I had a friend email me this morning that like it's the demon, it's the devil, right? AI is the devil, and maybe some of it is kind of weird, right? If they're going to make robots that look like people, that could be weird. But this is AI about writing. This is simple stuff. This is great stuff. Anyway, I think because I wasn't book smart and I'm very street smart, that I don't think about things like people do that are very intelligent. They got to think things through. But I'll tell you, while they're thinking things through, I'm getting rich because I don't wait. When I opened my roofing company, I can't even climb a ladder. I found out that the salesperson putting a tile roof on one of our houses that we had a fire damage with, what made $260,000 that year as a salesman. I'm like, $260,000. So a week later, I'm into roofing. Of course, I brought on a contractor because you got to pull permits. In Colorado, once you do 5 houses, you can take the test, and that's what we did. Now, remember, I can't even climb a ladder, and I start businesses because I know how to hire really smart people. Now I have over 3 dozen employees in the Philippines. They're all like brilliant. I couldn't do the Ultimate 16 for the price I do it, and I'll show that in a second, without that kind of help. And not only that, they're extremely loyal. They work harder than anyone I've ever worked with. Remember, I've been in business for myself over 40 years. I've had every kind of employee. You can think of hundreds of them. And I will put my employees up against anybody. I do hire the best of the best. What I did whenever AI came out and I started using content at scale, I had to make a decision. I was going to do the Ultimate 16 right here. So this wasn't here yet. In the beginning, it was the Ultimate 3, then the Ultimate 5, then 8, then 10, then 12, then 14, right? And all the way to 16 now. And my graphic artist keeps telling me, man, we got to change this every day. You keep changing. So it's $4,200, right? I'm selling one of these a week. We're about 31,000 reoccurring income more because of content at scale and being able to write content. That's a lot of money. I mean, 31,000 times 12, that's $372,000 a year. And believe me, that's going to be different. Today's Sunday, the 19th of November, because I have 3 new clients I'm talking to about this coming week. So that it could be, over 40,000 a month because we do reoccurring. But I knew that I always wanted a unique selling proposition. And I knew I couldn't do it with just doing Google ads. And once AI came on the scene, I added everything else. So now we do this is what you get for that money. And each one of these has a manager that is an expert. You don't get one manager with us. You get managers for every one of these. Now, the same person that does Google, we do Microsoft, right? So that's all the same, and YouTube. So this is one person. And then, of course, we do Facebook, Google Business Profile we weren't doing. Now we are. I brought on 2 experts here. SEO, right? Well, we weren't doing SEO at all, even though I knew how to do it, because it wasn't something I was going after, because I knew that you have to do all this writing and there's a lot of work. Well, now I have experts here, backlinks. Couldn't do backlinks because you got to write guest posts. And when you write a guest post, it links back to your site. I actually have a group of 60 people in the Philippines that's under this one guy that find backlinks for me on relevant sites. If you're a carpet cleaner, you don't want to get a backlink from a food establishment. It's not related. And you want a high authority site also. So we use high authority sites that are equal to whatever your service is. So for a carpet cleaner, we just did one for one of our carpet cleaners, and it was a flooring company. And so they're related. They sell carpet. He cleans carpet, right? So they're related. There's a good relation. And they had like a 55 domain authority, okay? Domain rank. Anyway, so we do this now. Of course, we weren't doing blog posting. I can't even write a sentence. I have a business that's going to increase. Within 6 months, we'll probably be at $100,000 per month, reoccurring, more money coming in because of content at scale. And I can write content now and how well it works. And we just added all this stuff, right? We even do pillar pages. So we do all this. Or if we're going to do paid ads for YouTube, of course, we're going to do organic. We're going to do organic here. Website maintenance, you got to have that. A lot of this has to do with technical SEO. Also, citations. I have graphic artists that work for me now. We do pillar pages. And when my employees said, please stop changing because we got to change all the banners and your Facebook and everything, I just threw a bonus in. So now we're doing LinkedIn and TikTok ads and organic management for people. All of that for this price. All right. I'm not trying to sell you this. I'm just showing you. I wasn't even using my website because I didn't need to, because being in the business, I know people around the world. I get, restoration companies all the time because of my knowledge. Like, where are you going to find an agency that did it for 30 years and knows more about your business than you know about it, right? So anyway, content and scale. Now, I know this is a bad number. That's a mark of the beast. Here, let me spray some holy water on it. There you go. Now we're safe. Anyway, 2.5 million words. Now, remember, I don't even know what a verb is. I know it's an action word, something like that, but I didn't study English. I got F's in school. And what I know, I learned on the streets growing up. So I'm not trying to say I'm stupid, right? I'm just saying I was in these classes. I couldn't learn the way they taught. And so I had to do something. I couldn't make it through school, and there was no way I was going to go to high school and get made fun of there also. I was sick of it, right? So I went on my own. I joined the Navy, not in the 9th grade, but when I was 19 years old, and here we are today. I started using it right here in January. I bought my first one. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I knew that all I had to do is put a keyword in, and I pressed a button and got like a 2,000 to 3,000 word blog. And then you can see nothing was happening. And then I decided right around this time right here, right? I decided that, you know what, I didn't have the Ultimate 16 yet. And I decided I was going to get a USP, and it was going to be sort of like, my idea was Neiman Marcus work in customer service at Walmart prices, because who doesn't want to emulate Walmart? His kids make billions of dollars a year a piece, right? So it works. So that's what I did. So so anyway, I knew that in order to do this, I had to have at least 20 employees. So what I did, from what was already coming into my business, I actually brought all these people in and started getting them trained. And a lot of them, we have 4 Google Ads people now, or PPC people in my company. And, they were already experts, years of experience. One of them was an expert at e-commerce, which I needed because I started getting e-commerce clients. Anyway, I brought all these employees in, and I was not making money because I was at about 85% labor. Now, you can't run a business at 85% labor. It's impossible. But in order for me to do what I was going to do, and I knew how good content and scale was, I had to make a risky decision. And I've always been good at this. And I had a vision, and my vision is coming true. It's actually working. Now we're at about 43% labor from like 85, 90%, right? So it's getting better, and I have over 3 dozen employees now. And that number keeps going down. So, and I won't get into the metrics of how we do Ultimate 16. I just want to say this. If you want to talk to me, you can message me and we'll talk. Anyway, you can see where I started. This is where all the blogs came from. Now, I want to show you something that's going to blow your mind, and then I'll end this. I'm just telling you, there's no product better than this. If I go here and I go to AI help sites, I wasn't just using content and scale. I've tested all of these. There's nothing at all that compares to content and scale. Nowhere, not even close. And so I love this software. And, when they hired Julia as their marketing manager, Julia already had like years of writing experience and had over 100 writers under her. And then they quickly made her the president of Content and Scale. By the way, owner of Content and Scale, that's the smartest decision you've ever made in your life, because Julia came in and made the craft system that I trained my people in the Philippines, my team members there. The blind leading the blind, by the way, right? I'm not good at English, but this does all the work, so I don't have to worry about it. This does all the work. But my employees are so far ahead of me now, and they're all college graduates. They're experts at this stuff, and that's how I've always grown businesses. Like, when you're a business owner and you're a narcissist, you're screwed, because you don't want anybody knowing more than you. Like, everything. When you sit back and bring in experts in every area, that's how you grow a business, and that's how I'm getting so big so quickly. Plus, I know I have really good visions. I'm focused on my vision. My vision is to be the largest ad agency in the United States within a year. And I don't know if I'm going to get there. Who knows? But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going, because I love helping people in the Philippines make a lot of money so they can really support their families real well. For instance, the newest person I just hired, George, my Google Ads person, who's been with me nearly 8 years now, his sister just graduated from college with some kind of medical degree. Her boyfriend is an electrical engineer degree, and he had a high grade point average when he got out. the most he can make, he went to all these places as an electrical engineer, was $300 a month. That's the difference in cost of living in the Philippines and here. That's how I can do what I do at a price I do it at. So I hired him, and I can honestly say I pay my riders more than an electrical engineer makes in the Philippines. So anyway, we're constantly hiring people, right? I have a lot of employees. I have no problem investing in my employees because you can't give the service. If you're going to do this and you're going to write this many blogs, you better have really good people doing it, and you better have a focus on that. Now, you might be a business like one of my, I do a lot of service businesses. I also have doctors and lawyers and all that. But I love service businesses because that's what I was. And I understand it. 3 decades of doing it and running a business that did $10 million a year, you learn a lot, right? You get really good at this stuff. So anyway, that's how I run the business. And now we're killing it, 666. I need one more blog, so I get rid of that. Believe me, I'm going to have them write a blog real quick so that number changes. So I haven't been doing it that long. I've only been doing it a short period of time. You can see the graph right here, but it works. And now it was already an awesome product, and now they update to 3.0. And I'm not going to talk about this right now because I just got this a couple of days ago and I don't know it all. But you can go to their website and I'm sure you can see what they have to offer. Look, the return on investment for me for content at scale is I spend $1,500 a month and I'm making $31,000. So that's a pretty big return on investment. And it's not stopping. Like I said, I have 3 new clients this week that are talking to me, and I get clients around the world, right? That's what's cool about owning an agency. When I owned my restoration company, I was in Colorado. I could only do where I was, right? Unless I moved to other states. Here, it doesn't matter. It's all online. This product is so good. It's unbelievable. Now I'm going to blow your mind. This is one of my newest clients. They do hoarding cleanup. They do biohazard stuff. Well, you know what's cool about this? Everything he does, I did for 30 years. We did fire. We did hoarding. We did it all. So I know these businesses like the back of my hand. And so anyway, we did this blog right here. And this is our newest blog. Does hoarders pay for the cleanup? Unraveling TV myths, show myths. Now, I have software that we use that costs a fortune. It's not Ahrefs. It's not SEMrush. It's like $800 a month for one niche, hoarding. $800 a month, right? I got to sign a year contract with this software. And it works. It comes up with all these great long tail keywords that actually are already ranking real well. This is how people search. And I was thinking, well, does hoarders, it shouldn't be due, but it doesn't matter because I searched it on Google and it's done both ways. And they're both like a couple of million searches each, right? Per day or per month or whatever that is in there. I might as well show you the blog, how good Content at Scale does. Now, remember, I have graphic artists and all this. That's why we don't use stock photos. We make our own stuff. And look at table of contents. This is unbelievable what Content at Scale does. And we got really good outbound links. What Craft is all about is optimizing AIO. So Julia taught us how to optimize AI content. And that's what we do. That's how we get a lot of these outbound links, right? We are doing this ourselves. My writers are really, really good. Like really good. And you can see it goes on and on and on. You can see the pictures we're using. This is like an infographic, right? And so I'm sleeping while all this stuff's happening. Okay. So I just wanted to show you this. And at the end, one thing I did learn from Julia's craft class is you don't use conclusion. Conclusion is not a keyword. Write a keyword. Does hoarders cover the cost of cleanup? So we're saying it again. So here we go, right? And then we have our final closing. And then, of course, it goes to the website. Now, the reason so this will be linking back to the page right here. All right. I want to show you something. I use iSearch because iSearch doesn't create any impressions. And if you do Google advertising or Microsoft advertising, every time you search for something, there's an impression, and that's not good for advertisers. So I use this. So United States, remember, what was the date? Let's look at that again. November 17th. Today's the 19th. Okay, 2 days ago we did this. All right, and so language is English, of course. And he's in Fort Myers, Naples. We'll try Fort Myers first. Fort Myers, Florida, right? Fort Myers, Florida. All right, let me go here, and let me just grab this. And I'll try to wrap this up soon. Okay, I'm going to put this in. Paste. Search. All right, so here we go. Here's ads, of course. Here's a snippet from Restore Experts. This is what we're trying to do now with our clients. We want to get in these or the new AI Bard from Google, right? Okay, there's this one. There's this. There's Cura. There's Reddit. There we are. We are on the first page of Google. This is a blog. Does Hoarders pay for the cleanup? And there's Spalding is what we wanted to beat, and Hoarders was at the top. So we're beating them. This is 2 days in. Now, if I do, because we're probably going to write another one with the word do also, or we may not have to, because Google knows do Hoarders and does Hoarders is the same thing. So if I search this one real quick, it's still Restore Experts. Now Spalding's beating us. There's Reddit. Am I anywhere? I'm not on this page. There I am right there. So I'm on the second page for do. So this is 2 days after getting indexed. So, but this is going to move up, right? Because we're going to do one that says do, so I can beat these people. But I just wanted to show you the power of using content at scale and how fast it ranks you. Because when you go into the back end, so when you go here, you can see I have 22 people doing the Ultimate 16 so far. And we write blogs for all these people. You saw all we had. When you go in here, see program these new, we've only done 9 blogs so far. They're a new client. So right now, one of my writers is done one. It's only a 55. So they're going to bring this. You can see the scores up high here. You know, when you look at this, we got an 83. And so this is what it looks like in the back end before we upload it. And did you know that it uploads? You have a plugin that you put on the website, and it uploads directly into your blog post. You don't have to do anything. So you can see all this here. You can see we got a score, and it shows all the keywords we should be going after. This is unbelievable. Now remember, the new one has all this new stuff to help you do even better that my employees are going to learn, I'm sure, because I'll take a little time, but I'm a busy guy and I don't like working really. So it writes it all for you. Here's the Mayo Clinic, right? That's a great blog. That's a great outbound link. This gives it to us, right? And so anyway, it does all this. And see how this picture looks in here? Remember when we went, this is right here. You can see how much better it looks once it's uploaded. I don't wait right here. So see how good it looks now once it's uploaded. So you don't need to worry about this look. I remember in the beginning, I was like, oh man, it's going to look terrible. But once it's uploaded, it looks great. And so we don't use the stock photos. We make all our photos for all of our clients, right? That are related to their colors. And because we do a style sheet right when they come on with us, all their fonts, their colors, everything. We have everything, in one day because I have all these employees. But anyway, you can see what it does. And then you look, the media right here is basically my top picture, right? And then history, and you can see this is my new writer. This is Dan. He's the one that's the electrical engineer. But you can see Jonah is training him because Jonah's been doing this for a while for me. So she's training him. She's checking it, but he did it. You can see them going back and forth on stuff, right? So anyway, he did it, and now he's ranking. It's unbelievable how well this works. All right, so if you have any questions, I think I'm going to put a link to my affiliate page where you get 20% more product when you buy through my affiliate link. And when you do that, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to let you come into a webinar with us with my writers. And if you need to be taught, like you need a couple hours training, I'm going to be doing training. Anyone that goes through that affiliate link gets to go to our training, okay, for free. And they can learn, ask questions from my writers, and get all the inside scoops from people that have boots on the ground. We're the boots on the ground. Plus, you can see that we're not screwing around. I have 154 more blogs to write this month. And I'm a power buyer. I buy a lot of blogs because it works. As you saw, this is just this month. We've done this. Now, we slowed down this month a little bit on writing blogs, and there's a reason for that. We were waiting for the 3.0 update. And so now that we got it, we're going to start writing more because we want to see what it does. And so I've only had this 2 days. It's brand new. I'm sure my people are going to start using it. So you can see we did that, but 50,000 words. So, gosh, that's a lot of words, man. And so anyway, if I want to see what I've done all the time, this is how I got there. And you can just go up here, and I know I started in January. And once I did that, you saw the 666. There it is. We'll get rid of that. I see they're doing another one because you were in the back end. and saw one's ready to be optimized. Like I was saying, when you get the project and it's ready, what it does is it creates, you give it a prompt, and then it gives you the output, which is actually really, really good anyway, right? Like right out of the box. Imagine, so this hasn't been optimized. It's ready for optimization. My riders are going to do this, right? So you're going to see, this is what it looks like. And I can see they're already starting to optimize because see, they're moving the paragraphs apart because I think it's easier for people to read. And there's probably no pictures in here yet, so they still have a lot to do. And then they're going to go look at all these keywords that they need to be using. And then that's how they're going to optimize. And optimization, see how it still has conclusion? We'll change that. But we also put our personal touch. It's got to be human. Even though when you read this, it sounds really, really good. It sounds human. And they even have an AI detector that you can check all this with to see if it's human. But, you know, I can't say enough about Content at Scale, what it's done for my company. You saw the thumbnail, right? It was, damn you, Julia. Content at Scale brought Top Click Joe out of hibernation because I was just kind of skating along, helping some of my friends that are in carpet cleaning not go broke, right? We're good at Google Ads, and I was making a little money that I can pay my employee. But all that changed with Content at Scale. Now my goal is completely different. As you can tell, I started the Ultimate 16. I'm going to do this now, and I'm really going hard after this. And it's 18 now because I just added 2 things, but I just made it a bonus. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Everyone loves free stuff. So by scanning the QR code in front of you, you're going to get 20% more content, which means if you buy 10 blogs, you'll get 12 blogs. You're also going to be able to come into our weekly private Zoom meetings where we teach you boots on the ground how to use Content at Scale correctly from our top writers. Look forward to working with you.